You one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. with your WWE Battleground. And, you know, the WWE is indeed an interesting place. And this pay-per-view is going to prove it. You'll see what I mean. It'll make sense. Well, hopefully I'm going to try to make it make sense. Just fuck with your boy. Alright, so, we have a pay-per-view. As usual, I have the results in front of me because no one watches the damn pre-show. So, with that being said, Ty Dillinger lost to Aiden English. I'm like, you would think I would have read that the other way, but no. But see, given the information that I have in front of me, is that this is a run back from the pre-show last month. So, I think at this point, I'm supposed to insert something about poor Ty Dillinger. What the hell happened to Aiden English since the Vaudevillains are no more? I've got nothing. I'm like, the streets was feeling Ty when he first came up from NXT after WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just hard to find a place for people, even in the brand split. So you know what I'm saying? Like, give Ty some time. Like, maybe Titus can come over. He can become part of Titus brand. Like, Titus should expand, get Ty on this team, dog, and we can be on Titus brand, just for something for them to do. Yeah. Anywho, the pay-per-view, because, you know, the thing you pay for to watch, right? The New Day or your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And I'm like, yo, this was easily match of the night for me. Easily. I'm like, the Usos and the New Day went out there and they murdered each other. I'm like, my thing is that, straight up, as a whole so far, because you know that they're over, I have loved the program. Like, straight up. Like, between all the dumbness, the rap battle took it to a whole new extreme. But it's one thing for everything surrounding what your feud is to be hot. But it's another one to go out there and keep putting on amazing matches. Like, last month at whatever hell pay-per-view that is, I can't be asked to remember, and that was actually Backlash, now that I'm thinking about it, is even though that the Usos had to do what they do, heel tactics, that was still a hot match. This right here, they was bringing it. I'm like, boy, Xavier, with that damn Macho Man, ooh yeah, with the elbow drop off the did the tightrope and did to the elbow, that was sick. I don't know, up, down, down. Without the O's, right? Without the O's. Look, that match was hot. It's like, if you gonna sit up here and you gonna watch any match on this pay-per-view, it should probably be that tag team match, because there was a lot of drama and there been flowing a match, and that's what a great match needs to keep people entertained. And I'm like, the thing is that it makes sense for the New Day to win. It makes sense for the New Day to win because if the Usos would have won under no matter what condition, dirty, clean, whatever, it'd have been hard to find something for the Usos to do. Because here is the state of the SmackDown Tag Team division. You got Breezango playing cops. Who else in the damn tag team division? What, Connor and Victor? They don't never fucking wrestle. So, wait, sorry. This is the part where I'm supposed to insert what the hell happened to American Alpha. I'm like, I need to say this, and I just need this recorded on WAX. I need this on wax. This whole Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son shit, a bad idea. And it's not a bad idea. It's like, I'm not sitting up here and saying that Jason Jordan can't carry that storyline. But it's like, it's something that they don't need. It's like, you got Chad Gable talking about, well, you know, we gonna move on and we gonna do what we do. But the thing is that, and I said this before, they pulled the trigger too early on American Alpha. They pulled the trigger way too early. But at the same time, it's like even when because it's like they went through everybody, then circle back to the Usos, and for the sake thereof got their ass whooped until the Usos just got their ass whooped. Because again, like I said, I can't name another damn tag team on SmackDown off the top of my head. So what does that say about the division when I can't sit up here and name actual tag teams in the damn division? don't get it. But the New Day and the Usos, they at least finna be 4 more weeks of them acting stupid, and then this is all gonna come to a head at SummerSlam, and then I'm still sitting up here thinking that it's gonna be some NXT call ups and things like that that'll probably shake up the division. It might be another little mini superstar shake up in there, but that tag team division needs some damn depth. Or either that, or you have to put Breezango back in the mix. And for the 2 seconds they was in the mix, they could have been some decent tag team champions, but it's better for them to do their own thing, their own cop thing or whatever, and whoever whooping their ass, because that happened later, because I'm going to forget that even mentioned that. They up here getting their ass whooped. I'm thinking like this is another Enzo and Big Cass situation, like the way that vignette went. That Fandango was beating down Breeze or whatever, but that wasn't the case. So maybe we'll find out. Maybe whoever it is that's whooping their ass may be the savior to the tag team division. Who knows? Moving right along. Shinsuke beat Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin kicked Shinsuke in the balls. Before that, though, yes. This was a great match to watch simply because you got the King of Strong Style doing strong style shit, and you got Baron Corbin going head to head with him, and they going blow for blow, and that's what you need. Sometimes wrestling matches don't need to be wrestling matches, right? Like sometimes they need to be matches like this where it's just a brawl, like straight up, like wrestling my ass. Let's just fight. And that's what they did for a good long amount of time until Baron Corbin kicked them in the balls. See, here's the thing. Shinsuke need another finish. Now, I understand the Kinshasa, that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I am like trying to figure out like, he just need an alternate finisher. Because it's like, what happened towards the end, what happened towards the finish of the match is he sat up there for like a minute and a half waiting for Baron Corbin, because I don't know whether Baron Corbin was really knocked the fuck out for real or he was just selling getting knocked the fuck out for real. Not really sure. But that's how the match was booked. I'm like, the Kinshasa is a great finisher, but I'm like, what am I trying to say? Because I'm trying to say something without saying something about my boy Shinsuke. My boy Shinsuke need a different way to finish a damn match. Just so he don't have to sit up here and wait for the Kinshasa, but you only can have like really one finisher for real, but tell that to the old SmackDown games, but still. I'm like, it is what it is with that. On the other side of the coin, what the hell does any of this matter to Baron Corbin, the character? All Baron Corbin want to do is whoop somebody's ass until Jinder and Randy Orton settle shit. And given how the pay-per-view ended, this ain't over. I don't know how that's going to play out, and we'll talk a little bit in depth about it in a minute, but Baron Corbin ain't got to do nothing. I'm like, it had been Money in the Bank winners who then took massive L's before they win the title, because what do it matter in booking status when you sit up here and you have a technical golden ticket to be the next champion? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna run this. Let me run this. Baron Corbin having the Money in the Bank championships is like points on whose line it anyway. They don't matter, because you know why? Baron Corbin can be written any way to do anything, but ultimately you're gonna book him to win a championship at the most opportune time. So it don't matter at this point about wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Like the way things are booked, and we've talked about this at length, is that the way matches are booked and the way wrestlers are booked within those matches ultimately falters on all types of stuff that affects. In this instance, because of the storyline, and that's what we're trying to stick to, none of this matters. Baron Corbin lost. You know what I'm saying? He lost by disqualification. It's like, and then after the match, Baron Corbin went in there and whooped his ass some more. So I don't think this is an instance of where we trying to make Shinsuke look hot, or we ain't trying to make Baron Corbin look weak because of the aftermatch beatdown. But what Baron does don't matter until he cash in Money in the Bank. So you do whatever you want with him. I don't know what they're gonna do with Shinsuke. I have a feeling that this ain't done between the two of them, and they've been putting in some good. They've been putting in some good work during this whole thing. So I'm like, rematch at SummerSlam probably, or some kind of weird blow off before SummerSlam if they got some old 6-man gimmick match they want to pull off for, number one contendership or whatever the hell they trying to do. So there is indeed that. Natalya won the Fatal 5-Way, and I'm like, I got questions in that. Just questions, right? What up with Tamina and Lana? I'm like, they need to try to flesh that out somehow. Do something with that. I am not surprised by the finish. I'm like, it looked like for a minute they was gonna have Becky run the table. I'm like, that's what I thought it was gonna be, that Becky was gonna run the table. But it makes sense though in the whole, we gonna do the thing that we don't expect you to do. And this was another instance where I thought, like, before the match and looking at the way that the match was built, that Natalya was the far off favorite to win this match, to be nowhere near the finish whatsoever, but now she's your number one contender. So it should be interesting to see what that's going to be. No matter what, however, we talk about this, no matter how we talk about this, you still got Carmella in the cut. No matter what. No matter how you put it down, no matter how you move it, how you groove it, you still got Carmella in the cut, Miss Money in the Bank herself. Anything can happen. It's like, I didn't really talk too much about like how I think Baron Corbin gonna cash in. Baron Corbin just gonna hit a fool with he gonna wait till somebody win a damn match, club him in the back, call a referee and get the 1, 2, 3. If and when. We don't get out of 2017 without Carmella being champion and then losing it right after. Because I'm not sitting up here and saying they can't book her as a great champion, but I see them sitting up here and playing her winning the title, then immediately losing it up for comedy purposes, for purposes of storyline, to you know what I'm saying, to the way they want to book Carmella. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they book Carmella at this point has been really good, because, see, they gave themselves an opportunity to run Carmella completely back, and they stayed the course. So it's like, part of that comedy stuff is Chinsworth. You know what I'm saying? Part of that is Chinsworth. Part of that is her. But you sit up here and wonder, like, could they, and they could book her for a real damn title run. I'm like, look at Thicky Miss Bliss. I'm like, she been sitting up there. She is queen of that damn division. No bullshits, no lies. Detected. She been sitting up here doing a damn good job as her reign as the Raw Women's Tag Team, as the Raw Women's Champion. You know, like Raw Women's Tag. You know what? You know what? But see, the thing is, like, Women's Tag Team Champions, they don't have a deep enough roster for tag teams and the champion. Just don't. They just don't. Makes no sense. I don't know why I said it, but anywho, you really wonder. Like, I'm sitting up here right now, just devil's advocate. Hold on for a moment, internet. Phone calls. Gotta take those. Can't. Gotta take them. Anyway, I forget, what the hell was I even talking about before I paused this damn thing? Oh, yeah, trying to figure out, like, you know, what the status of, like, what women's divisions are and both. Because I think I was talking about Thicky Miss Bliss or something. I don't even fucking remember. Let's just wrap it up this way, because, you know, we got other matches to get to. What they do with Carmella, if and when, that's going to be something. And I'm like, Carmella gonna cash in before Baron. Take me on the bet. Just because of how you could possibly book that, is that you need to get you. I'm like, cause cause I just had this thought. Here's what I see. Natalya, number one contender, right? Natalya, in some hellish dumbness, beats Naomi at SummerSlam. Natalya come out, clubber, walks out of SummerSlam champion. Because that does a couple of weird things. including like not trying to get Naomi out the mix, having some, having you have a nice decent feud because of the allegiance that used to be with Natalya and Carmella and things like that. It's interesting things you can do with that. So right now, as I'm thinking it, Carmella gonna walk out of SummerSlam with the title. So if you want to take me on the bet, put your internet cookies up. It was really good. Alright, moving right along. Kevin Owens is your new United States champion, which proves one thing. Want to know what that one thing is? I have no idea why they booked that match at Madison Square Garden for AJ to win the title, because I guess shock factor, because it was on the news everywhere. For then Kevin Owens to then win it because he reversed it and then bridged them. So I don't get it, because I was surprised at that finish. I'm like, the match was amazing, because I'm like, you got two wrestlers who can, wrestle? So when you have two wrestlers who can wrestle, a great match will come. That's a given. That finish, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it'll be interesting to watch SmackDown to see like how exactly they gonna run this back, what exactly this is going to be. Cause I'm sitting up here, like, I'm trying to, like, find the words to try to, put it out there about, like, what I think. And it's like, I'm sitting up here, like, if this was your ultimate destination, why did AJ win the title in the first place? My question. Real rap. Like, for reals. If that was indeed what you was gonna do, why did AJ win the title in the first place? I don't know if this is finna lead into something magical where AJ wins it at SummerSlam or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But like I said, my thing is when it comes to this feud here, I want to watch SmackDown because I want to know, and I wish to know, how they're going to ultimately deal with this. I want to know because it's like, what do you do? Like, because it's like you give AJ the run back because he was the champion. But how do you book this in a way to be like, wow, I love how they sit up here and act and all that stuff. How do you push that as your continuing narrative is the question. And that's just more of booking than anything. But we'll see the rematch at SummerSlam. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, because again, one thing that I'm going to get into towards the end of this, and I just want to just hint at it now, is it's about a little bit less than a month until SummerSlam. So it's going to be interesting to see all these feuds get pushed out. And it's like you can solve a lot of issues and problems. It's like anything. It's like if you got a chance that you want to change something, if they want to book it differently, they have that opportunity with given the time that they have. But we'll talk more about that later. But great match overall. So I just want to just get that out there. Why was there a flag match? We knew John Cena was going to be booked to win the damn flag match. No way in hell he was going to lose. Rusev and John Cena went out there and murdered each other. It's what you expect. It's you go out there and expect them to go murder each other. Rusev looked good even losing. But then that reminds me of, Rusev comes out and No Limit Tank gets his ass whooped by John Cena. Is it really a retread of that? Is it really a retread of that? I'm not really sure how you call it, but it wasn't no way in hell that Rusev was going to be booked to win a flag match over John fucking Cena. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Just not. The thing is that regardless of the finish you knew was going to happen, they put a damn show together from end to end until that finish. Just accolades, AAs, hit them with the this, do that. I'm just like, it was nuts. Nuts. So, shout out to them. I'm like, they made a flag match semi-interesting to watch, and I'm not saying that because the rest of the match wasn't good. It's just that me as someone who watches this product, I am not interested in a flag match. Now, if the pay-per-view had fell on the 4th of July or sometime after that, or you'd have done something before then, yeah. But then to have this be the first thing John Cena do when he come back, and it's just like, no. But we gonna see what they got, because it's like Rusev a rap for a minute. So I don't know what they're gonna do with my boy Alexander Rusev. I don't know what they're gonna do with my guy. But I do wonder, like, what did they got for part-time Cena now? Mr. What do you call himself? A free agent? When you gonna just randomly appear on Raw? Cause I wanna know. Holla at you, boy. I don't know. Great flag match. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, time better well spent for these two and other types of matches and matches with other people. But I guess if you're gonna have Cena come back, you have him doing it against a returning Rusev, because his gal over there, you know, trying to actually wrestle. It's weird. It is what it is with that. Sami Zayn beat Mike Kanellis, and the less we say about that, the better. It was a decent match. Maria do what Maria do. But why? I'm like, I know y'all ain't got nothing for my boy Sammy to do. He ain't gonna never win no titles. He ain't gonna never do nothing, ever. It just is what it is. He ain't gonna, I'm like, this always gonna be what Sami Zayn do for the rest of his career in WWE. I'm like, it would be disrespectful at this point to call Sami Zayn enhancement talent. That would be disrespectful to someone who has accomplished great things in the square circle indeed. But there have been times where they could have really pulled the trigger on my boy and just said, nah, we ain't got no bullet for this gun. So, this thing between Mike Kanellis and Sami Zayn ain't over yet. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they book them and how long even Mike Bennett and Maria even gonna stand in WWE. It should be interesting on all fronts to see what it is that they actually do. Our main event of the evening, I don't even want to even talk about this. And I'm not saying I don't want to talk about this, because see, here's the thing. I called this like 3 months ago, right? Like, I knew ultimately that that gender was getting our homeland. Go back to your homeland of India. So I kind of ultimately figured that this feud would elevate into a Punjabi prison match, because when Jinder became champion, there was a lot of references to the Great Khali. JBL did it. And then, you know, all this stuff led into blah, 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 whoop your daddy's ass, blah, 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 America, blah, 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 fuck America, blah, 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 America, blah, 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 India, blah, blah, 1.3 billion people, blah, blah, blah. And it was going to lead into a Punjabi prison match no matter fucking what. This was the inevitability of what shit is Punjabi prison. See, I was someone who was there for both Punjabi prison matches. They were stupid matches then. It's a stupid match type now. Not saying that, you know, cage on cage on cage wasn't great and Ready to Rumble the movie, but in actual application, why now? Like, Great Khali, like, yo, Punjab, like, the question I asked myself back then is the same question I'm going to present to you internet now. What the fuck is a Punjabi prison? That's all I got. Like, have any of you, look, you know what? Let's look up something. I want to know what a Punjabi prison looks like. Show me, internet, what a Punjabi prison look like. Like, for real? Like, straight up. So, this is not what Punjabi prisons look like. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, I went to go search for a Punjabi prison, an actual look at a real Punjabi prison. There are no pictures of a Punjabi prison. So, does Is there a Punjabi prison? Does a Punjabi prison actually exist? Okay, I've run this joke into the ground. The match. Okay, here's the thing. They were sitting up here, mainly JBL ass, trying to sell the fact that ain't no way the Singh brothers can get involved. And for a while, the match looked that way. Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal were inside the Punjabi prison murdering each other. It is what you expect. This feud then got hot as fuck. So again, USA, my daddy, 1.3 billion people, Maharaja, India, and all this old shit. And you just like, okay, India. Oh, speaking of India, before I forget, when Jinder Mahal came down to the ring, they said up here like, yo, we got Hindi commentators. I was like, are you niggas serious right now? For real? Like, y'all really, I'm like, this whole India hard on that Vince has, I don't know what the hell. I couldn't tell you. Do not know. My thing is I don't know what to say. If there's anything to even say at all. So, back to this match I didn't want to watch, or no one probably wanted to watch because it's a Punjabi prison match that no one wants to see. Is okay. Right now at this point, Jinder Mahal that came out. You got Hindi people repeatedly saying 1.3 billion. Maharaja. That's mostly what they said, or mostly was because I understand because I don't speak Hindi. Anywho, the match, they whoop each other ass, and you think that no Singh brothers, it's all good. These motherfuckers come from out the damn under the fucking ring. I was like, oh come on, you fucking serious right now? Like, Randy Orton need to go get Evolution. He need to go get Evolution and Legacy, and they need to team up with the who is he running with? Because it was what? The corporation? Because what ain't a corporation? Because you had what? Evolution, then he was with Legacy. Where the hell Ted DiBiase Jr. ass at? Maybe we probably don't want to know that. And then he was part of the regime. Cause I forget because we'll just call what he was part of before he betrayed them, the regime. Something about Seth Rollins or something weird. Look, Singh brothers came about the damn ring, and it was a wrap after that. There was some points of life where Randy Orton didn't whoop their ass. I will say this. The Singh brothers in every match they have fucking been in, like majorly, like at major pay-per-views, these motherfuckers willing to take a for real fucking nasty bump, bruh. I'm just sitting up here like, you just sit up here and you just say, off the top of Punjabi prison? I'm sitting up here like, what? I'm like, yo, I gotta give it up. So, fast forward. Just pretend we watch fast forward. Okay. So, Randy Orton takes a piece of Punjabi prison and starts beating the Punjabi people with the Punjabi prison. That's where we're going with this, alright? So, Randy Orton whooping their ass. And it's like, DDT. This, that. Singh brothers are down. Maharaja, he laid out. Randy Orton like, I'm going to fucking win the match. What happens is Randy Orton is halfway up the fucking cage and he stops. Then music plays. Here come the fucking Great Khali, bruh. And I'm just like, no. So, let's see if we can get a grip on this, right? Every time the Maharaja wrestles, right, his homies from Bollywood get involved somehow and make sure that Randy Orton lose. Well, in some cases, beat his daddy ass, have him stall, and then get hit with a motherfucking hit with the kalasha, the kalashish, hit him with an X-Men. Look, anyway. Why? That's like, I saw Great Khali and all I was like, why? Like, why is this a thing? Why are you wheeling out Great Khali? I'm like, okay, listen, I get it from the standpoint of what the standpoint is, and you want to know the truth? I don't know what the standpoint is, but I'm going to try though. You will Great Khali ass out because, you know, Indian unity or some shit like that. You do that, right? And it's like, it makes sense. It makes no sense from like most conceivable directions of which you could come at this at. And I'm just like, word, right? Word. And you just sitting up here like, no. That's all you can do. But yeah, Jinder Mahal won a championship thanks to the Great Khali in the year 2017. That's my problem. That's my whole problem. The only problem I got. Now, I knew Randy Orton was going to be booked to lose the match. That was the thing that made sense. It wasn't no way. It's like, there was part of me that thought it would have been nice to book it that way, just on a weird reversal of fortune shit of Randy Orton lost in St. Louis, so if they really wanted to like really fuck with your head, that they would book the Maharaja to lose his own match. But then you think about hard on India, or whatever, and you just like, okay then, now okay. That's why you will out Great Khali ass. That's why Randy Orton loses again. But this ain't over, because here's the other question that you now have to ask. Randy done been in gender orbit so fucking long, and the rest of SmackDown is in a whole nother fucking star system. Who else can you really book to fight him? Because see, you think that this would be over. You know it's not, though. You think, and I mean this, you think that this would be the end of the feud, but you'd be dead fucking wrong. You would be. Because again, you have no one realistically to put in Jinder's orbit. You would have to spend the whole month that you have for story to build somebody, not Randy fucking Orton, to look believable to fight him at SummerSlam. And when you look at the state of SmackDown right now, there is no one I can think of. Well, there is one person. There's one person that it wouldn't take much to put that over on people. That man is John Cena. But then you sit up here and it's like, well, I didn't destroy Bulgaria. So what's next? India? See, I slay myself sometimes, fam. Like, John Cena is gonna fight Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. Oh God. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying that as whatever, but if the WWE is smart, they won't do it. Because, see, you're not going to put Cena in a program with the Maharaja and think that, you know, that the Indian gravy train is going to end. Because Cena going to win. If you put him in a big match at SummerSlam, unless it's a reverse Cena and they trying to feed him to the Maharaja to power him up, that's ridiculous. Redonk. We gonna see. You got a whole month. You got a whole month to book this however the hell you gonna book it. So do whatever you want to. I'm done. I've been at this way too long, and there are plenty of things I need to do in the limited amount of time I got to do it. So, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. It'll be a moment before we talk about more wrestling again. The G1 Climax It's like the G1 Climax tournament is still going on. I think the G1 Climax tournament is still going on right now, so it won't be well, the G1 Climax, the G1 Climax, let me see, because I'm trying to think. The G1 Climax isn't over. It's like they doing the preliminary for the G1 Climax, I think. So, because the tournament is going on right now, I haven't been keeping up with it yet. I just been sitting up here just watching people sit up here and say, like, yo, what's the hot match to watch or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the hot match in the different blocks to watch? So, it'll be interesting, like, to see. So, I might do something like when the G1 Climax for real, but I think that's going to happen before SummerSlam. I think after SummerSlam, I think. So, we'll see. I got a backlog of work because I got busy this weekend, so I know nobody's going to hear this, but got work coming. Gonna do some work this morning, actually, before I go to work. So, that's what it is. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what it is. The one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. With that, I'll see you guys next time, man. Peace out.